This session of the Appellate Division First Department is now in session. Good morning, everyone. My colleagues and I welcome you to these virtual admission ceremonies. Ms. Guerrero, you may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Good morning and may it please the court. I, Veronica Guerrero, counsel to this court's committee on character and fitness. I'm honored to present 31 applicants to the court for admission to the bar. Each of these applicants has met all of the requirements necessary for admission to the New York State Bar. Further, I am pleased to report that the committee has examined the records of each and every candidate here today. Accordingly, and on behalf of the committee, I certify that each applicant here this morning does possess the requisite character and fitness to merit admission to the Bar of the State of New York, and therefore I do hereby move for their admission.
Thank you. Before I rule on your admission, I want to take this opportunity to thank the members of the Committee on Character and Fitness for the excellent job they have done to assure us of the quality of these candidates for admission here to the Bar of the State of New York. We want to recognize that the committee's work is incredibly important, and they honor us by serving pro bono. The work is greatly appreciated by us, and I would like you to please relate this to the members of the committee.
I will.
Thank you. Now, before we turn to, at this time, we're going to turn to the motion that's before the court. And I want to just say that Justice Cardozo famously said that justice delayed is justice denied. But I want to assure the candidates here today that there's going to be no delay of justice and that my colleagues have authorized me to rule on the motion by Ms. Guerrero forthwith, and we're going to grant the motion. The oath is now going to be administered by Ms. Soa, the Deputy Clerk of our court.
Good morning, Justice Gish. Good morning, candidates. Please raise your right hand. Raise your right hand. I'm going to recite the oath in the form of a question. When I'm done, I'll ask you to unmute your mics and respond by saying, I do. Do you solemnly swear or affirm to support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New York, and to faithfully discharge the duties of the office of attorney and counsel at law according to the best of your ability? Please unmute your mic and respond by saying, I do.
I do.
I do.
I do.
I do.
I do.
Congratulations, attorneys. You may put down your hand.
Congratulations, you're now officially lawyers. And at this time, I'm going to invite my colleagues to unmute themselves and offer you a very deserved round of applause. So it's customary at this time that one of our bench gives you some words of advice and some welcoming words. And this morning, that honor falls to me. And it's a privilege to address you on this important, and I'm also going to say hopeful, occasion of your admission to the practice of law in the state of New York. I don't think that we can help but remark on the uniqueness of this virtual ceremony. This reflects the time in which we live, a time in which you are each professionally coming of age. And I can't help but ask, and I think you're probably wondering yourself, what are we to make of all of this? About a year ago, you could have expected, well, maybe a year and a half ago, you could have expected that your admission to the New York State Bar would take place in our beautiful and historic courtroom, a picture of which you see behind all of the justices today. A courtroom in which such legal luminaries as Supreme Court Justices Sonia Sotomayor and Elena Kagan were also admitted. So is your rite of passage fundamentally different from what we did before? I believe it is not. Your rite of passage, your admission to the bar of the state of New York in this virtual world is no less historic, no less consequential, and no less hopeful than if it had occurred in a brick and mortar courthouse, even one as beautiful and majestic as this one. Although these virtual admissions are an outgrowth of the current health pandemic, they really are the beginning of a new legal environment in which virtual access to each other in court proceedings are our future. They hold a promise, if we do it right, that all people, no matter who they are or where they are, can pursue and obtain justice. As we continually learn, justice is more than just our physical courthouses. It is the ideals pursued by lawyers like you to ensure and protect the rights of all people. You stand at the doorway of this and many other ways in which this time-honored profession of law will be evolving in important and positive ways. You will contribute to that, and your contribution will be great. When considering your role in the legal profession, I urge you to make some time to serve the needs of people who do not have the same access to justice that we all have. Pro bono service is also a time-honored tradition among lawyers. As the great jurist Ruth Bader Ginsburg said, if you're going to be a lawyer and just practice your profession, you have a skill, very much like a plumber. But if you want to be a true professional, you will do something outside yourself, something that makes life better for those less fortunate. Today, I also remind you that although this ceremony represents a great personal accomplishment by each of you, your greatest accomplishments still lay before you. Make the most of the future to accomplish your goals. Great opportunity awaits you all. I congratulate you and wish you well on your journey. This session of the Appellate Division is now closed.
Thank you to all of the justices and Ms. Sowa, who will log off, and the new attorneys will stay on with me. Congratulations to all of you and welcome